Howdy, howdy, howdy. How's everybody? Hope everyone's doing well. I'm sure everybody by now has seen the news that Angela Paxton has left her husband, Ken Paxton, the Attorney General of Texas. And she and I are now a couple, and things are going really well. I'm in an undisclosed area at the moment, walking an undisclosed dog at the moment. And just wanted, now that Angela went ahead and we talked about this for a while, and she decided to go ahead and just put the message out on Twitter, and it's been making the rounds, and there's a lot of accusations, and I'm sure there's a lot of hurt feelings, and I'm just trying to reach out to Ken. He's got me blocked, so I just want to let Ken know that she's in good hands, and we are in love, and I promise to take very, very good care of her, Ken. And I've put in a word for you, Ken. I know what you did. It wasn't directly you. It wasn't specifically towards me. You know, maybe I jumped the gun a little bit, and maybe I I know it wasn't you specifically coming specifically for me, Ken, but maybe I jumped the gun a little, and I apologize. So to make it up to you, I'll put in a good word for you, Ken, with Angela. Maybe she won't just completely destroy you in the Title 4D funded family courts like millions and millions of Texans have had done to them. But I don't know. I've only got so much pull, Ken, because you really made my life hell, and I went completely broke and went homeless for a while. And but you know, it put a damper on me. So I don't know how much reach I've got, Ken. But Ken, if you have any problems with the family court, do not call the Attorney General, because they won't do anything. We've established that. But I encourage you, Ken, to just call your congressman and give your complaints and your grievances to your congressman or your congresswoman, and I'm sure they'll get right on it. Because as you've told me and so many others so many times, there's nothing, your hands are tied as the AG. You have no choice but to enforce the law. You know, you've sued everybody else under the sun, but there's just no way you could sue anybody to get something done to get rid of Title 4D. So, Ken, I just want to give you my heartfelt, I'm heartbroken for you, man, because I've been there. You're probably about to get royally canvassed in the family courts, and you may not be homeless because, you are a pretty powerful guy. So hopefully you took my advice and stashed some Bitcoin somewhere where she can't find it. But like I said, I'll put in a good word with Angela and see if I can't, ease it. Because what you did, dude, that was pretty bad. And man, you screwed up bad, because she is smoking hot and all her kids are grown and I don't have to deal with any of that. So, Ken, I just wanted to give you just let you know, we'll let bygones be bygones. No hard feelings. We're even now. Now that you and I are tunnel buddies, maybe we can just kind of just sweep all this under the rug and just let bygones be bygones. And again, if you have any trouble, Ken, just be sure to write your congressman, because they always listen. There's 37 or 40 or 50 million people in Texas, depending on the census and whether or not you're counting the residents and the citizens and the illegal aliens. But I'm sure your congressman will do something for you, Ken, because I know time is of the essence and you get in a bind and you really need something done. You need someone to listen, but just have some patience, Ken. Just give it about 10 or 15 years. I don't know how old you are. I think you're about 65. So by the time you're about 75 or 80, you ought to have your divorce finally settled, and she'll quit bitching at you and yelling at you and calling you small pecker and all that stuff. But again, if you have any problems, Ken, just reach out to your congressman, because writing your congressman really works, because they really care. And I know it's not your fault that you can't do anything about Title 4D. The Title 4D, it is what it is. It was passed in 1975, part of the Social Security Act. I grokked it, and you're right, it would take an act of Congress, and you just have no choice. As the sitting Attorney General of the state of Texas forever, and last I heard, if what Angela told me true, you're running for senator against Cornyn. I don't know. I don't really have when, you got two sides of a shit sandwich, I don't know which one would be better. But anyway, I don't know how much longer I can keep this. Y'all, I'm obviously kidding. In case I get sued in the future, this is just a joke. I'm a pathetic comedian. I'm a disgruntled victim of the family courts, and I just wanted to make a joke. But anyway, I am in an undisclosed location. I am not going to say where I'm at because I'm not going to be here long, and I don't want to. But I did want to say hello to some of my people here. Jeff Schuler says hello. Cart Bubba 33 says hi. I'm doing well. Yes, got back in the gym. I am getting jacked, like jacked. Angela just cannot keep her hands off of me. Casey Anderson said hi. Hello, Dominator Bob. What happened to the viral video of 14-year-old Parker stand up for his abusive stepmom? It's still there, unless it just got taken down, but it's still there. It's got 50 million views or something. So A9 Edit S7 said hi. Hello, A9. Cart Bubba 33. How are you? Ciara. Hey, Caleb, I was wondering if you'd comment on this when I heard the news. Yeah, y'all know me. I had a bunch of y'all tagging me on Facebook and Instagram, telling me the news, and obviously I already knew. I just couldn't say anything because, I am a man of my word, and I told Angela that I wouldn't spill the beans, and I'm a man of my word. But contrary to what a lot of these crooked family courts think. Hello, Ms. Dannon. Hello, Wanda Reed. Isaac Saucedo. Hello, Jensen Hackett Garza. Juan Carlos of Cali. Would you run for Congress or state legislators? I've jokingly in the past thought about it, but I got away from ever because I'm way out there, and my political views have changed a lot lately. And those of you who follow me on other accounts probably have seen that. None of it is of hate, even though I get accused of that constantly. But yeah, I might. I'd have to find a state first, because here in this state that I'm in, which I'm not going to say, I'm not going to be here very long, but I got to find a state where I want to be. I think I want to go up to the mountains again, or I know I am. I just don't know which state in the mountains. Wyoming, Washington. I don't think the people of Seattle would like me too much, but who knows. Hello, Mr. Tory. Aren't we excited about the crypto pump? Wonder if Ken got in before the pump. I hope so. Yeah, did y'all see Bitcoin jump from like 110,000 to 116,000 in a matter of a couple of hours today? The bull run is finally here, and I'm so happy. Angela's just going to be ecstatic. Sierra, I didn't know Parker had an abusive stepmom. I thought it was just a stepdad. Did I miss something? Well, I can't really comment on his mother. She is who she is. I haven't spoken to her in years. It is what it is. It's pretty obvious I don't like her. I don't like Jason. But yeah, it is what it is. Hello, Airsoft. Nathan Nelson, I might go back to Texas by the end of the year to Lubbock, Texas Tech. I'm so excited to move to Texas. I'm still in Arkansas. All right, well, maybe you can become a lineman like old Mighty May, old stepdaddy Jason May. That's where he came from. Cart Bubba 33, are you smart? Some people say I am. Some people say I'm retarded. And since I am retarded, I can say the word. I probably have some sort of autism. That's been suggested multiple times. So again, that's why I can get away with saying all the goofy shit I get away with saying, except for that one time when I was kidding about court, and they threw me in family court jail for 60 days thanks to the illustrious Judge Den Whalen. Dickhead. Oops, I probably shouldn't have said that. Hello, Brittany Falk. You're my favorite YouTuber. Oh, thank you, Brittany. Dannon, the specs suit you. Are they for eating? Yes, these are Amazon specials. I've picked up about a dozen of them for probably 30 bucks. I love them because if I break them, which so far I haven't broken any. I've had them for about 3 or 4 months now. I just can't read without them anymore. I got LASIK right before or right after London was born, and she's 20, so it's been 20 years. Airsoft 524, I still can't believe that Parker's mom accused you of being drunk or high when you were none of those, and especially her commenting on about you having a gun when obviously you did say that you were not. I was not drunk that day. I wasn't even really a heavy drinker back then. I mean, I drank, but it's about like what most people say, they just kind of drink. But I became an alcoholic 2.5 months later when Parker stole me. And if you hadn't seen it, you can just go watch Parker versus the Man, and you'll see why that was the worst day of my life. And I regret choosing that route, because getting drunk to take care of your problems is effing stupid. Brittany Falk, you're a good dad. I hope so. I've made a lot of mistakes, though. Dominator bot, no. My kids are all grown. They're all in their 20s. Every one of them. They're all wiping their own butts, and they're responsible for their own actions. Jensen, I feel like I need to get out of Michigan, head back to you, and you're moving around. I don't know how you do it. All right, kiddies. Well, I know I hadn't gone live as much as I'd like to, but just been kind of hectic. But now that the crypto bull run is finally going, I'm about to pack it up here. I'm going to imagine about another week or two, and I'm headed to the mountains again. Possibly looking at some sailboats in Washington State or the other state up there, whatever it's called. My mind just went blank. I just had a brain fart. Hello, Mr. Red Squirrel. Hey, Caleb, all is well, buddy. Yeah, it's great. Angela, Paxton, and I are just eloping, and it's going well. And it's just, again, so nice to. It's kind of awkward being tunnel buddies with my old arch enemy, Ken Paxton, but you know, it is what it is. She's a smoking hot babe, and he screwed up by running around on her. Sierra, glad to see you're doing well, Caleb. Hope your daughter has come around as well. Not yet. We're all still proud of you. Thank you. She hasn't yet, but with my renewed faith in God, as I've talked about somewhat recently, I have to have faith that she will come back around. We shall see. Hello, Suzanne. So anyway, all right, y'all, if you would, give me a thumbs up, and I'm going to check out. I'll try to go live in another week or so, but as soon as I get out of here and get wherever it is I'm settled, I'll be hopefully getting on. Again, my goal is to get a sailboat if the crypto bull run does its thing, and a real sailboat that like really sail, not just pretend sail by throwing an anchor out in ICW. So anyway, y'all take care. Hit the like on the way out and tip your waitress. I love you, Angela. Take care. I cannot wait for the entire Congress of Texas to see this, just like they did back in the just for good old days. So hope everyone got a good laugh out of it. Y'all take care. Bye.